The lights need to be turned off. Make sure that you have a calculator ready to go and ready to give me answers, and that you're working on this, because I am going to look at your product to make sure that you have the notes required to when you take this test, okay? And the test is not just on circles. We have to finish all of Unit 3.
What you mean?
Volume, arc length, sector area, 2D, 3D. All right, so with this one, you should be able to see one tangent and one secant. So that means that the formula is going to be tan squared equals the outside times the whole. So I just put O for outside, W for whole. Now it's your job to identify the tangent. That would be this one. And you need to identify the outside part of the secant. That would be this part right here. Okay, so this is the outside. And then the whole thing would be the whole thing. How much is the whole thing?
X goes first.
X plus 5. Yeah, the variable goes first. And then the constant.
So, whatever outside goes first. Oh yeah, never mind.
No, I just always put the variable first. So if this was the variable, I would still say X plus 5. All right, so then you just plug it into the formula, and I'm going to need your calculators. I'm pretty sure we did this one already, but... Okay. And so you just solve it normally. You distribute the 5. All right, calculator. What is this number subtracting 25?
36 minus 25.
11.
It's 2.2.
Thank you. And once again, nobody needs to copy this. You should all be able to do this on your own without having to copy it number by number from the board. It's very simple. You subtract 25 and then you divide by 5.
Michael doesn't have this last table in his packet.
He can copy it on a separate piece of paper if he wants to learn, or he can keep his packet, make sure he doesn't lose it. All right, number 8. What are you seeing?
A tangent.
A tangent and what else? Exactly. We see a tangent and we see one secant. All right, so what's the formula for that? And I put them up on the board for you to see, and also they're on in the back of the first page where all your theorems are located. So what's the formula for this situation? One tangent, one secant.
Tangent squared equals outside times
Whole, yes. So tangent squared equals the outside times the whole. So your tangent is what in this case?
X.
X, right? So this is going to be x squared. Get it? The outside piece is how big? No, the outside piece of the secant is just 9. How much is the whole piece? How much is the whole piece? 16. So it's going to be 9 times 16. I have a calculator. You should have a calculator. Let's go.
Number 7 is
1.4.
All right, and who remembers how to solve for x when it's squared like this? If x squared equals 144, what is x? What do we take? We take the square root. The square root is going to get rid of the square, so you're left with x equals 12. It's 12 and negative 12, but it can't be negative 12 because length is not negative. Length is always going to be positive. Clear? Okay, 9.
Okay. You got a chord.
Number 9. All right, this is a new theorem. Let's label it first. EC equals 8. So this whole thing equals 8, okay? AB equals 5. And BF equals what? All right, it's, yeah, X or... Yeah, we can call it X, actually. Let me erase this. Okay. So that's going to be the unknown right there. Everybody following? Now, AB is what in this circle? What is that segment called?
Five.
A radius. What else is a radius here? BD, and what else is a radius? BE is also a radius. So if BE and AB are both radii, how long is BE? What's the measurement of BE?
5.
5. Because they are both radii. So you have to be able to identify that because they're expecting you to be able to identify that. So now do me a favor and turn to the back of the first page so we can take a look at a
Well,
theorem.
what is BF?
BF, we have to find it. So we need the theorem in order to find it. Please remove your earphones. Thank you. All right, no, not this one. The back of your first page.
The perpendicular bisector.
Yes, perpendicular bisector of a chord. So DE is a chord. Okay. This diameter is serving as a perpendicular bisector because of this 90 degrees. Follow? Well, every time you have a 90 degree, which, oh, and by the way, when this happens, it splits this chord into two congruent pieces. Add a little hash mark there because it should be 2 hash marks, 2 hash marks. So DF is congruent to BE, right? When you have this perpendicular situation, DF is going to be congruent to FE. And also, because these two pieces are congruent, this arc is going to be congruent to this arc. So arc DB is going to be congruent to arc BE. That's supposed to be an arc. Following? So those two things happen when your diameter is perpendicular to a chord. The chord gets split into two congruent pieces, and then the corresponding mini arcs are also congruent to each other. That's what you're supposed to remember from this theorem. So please make sure that you study it. Let's go back to our problem. I don't know where it is. It's not this one. Where was I? I guess I was here. But I didn't mean to go all the way to the front. See, I have done all of these problems. Your packet should be complete. Goodness gracious. I hope you guys are reviewing. That's a lot of stuff. All right, here we go. All right. Well, that means that this one is congruent to that one. So if the whole distance is 8, how much are the pieces? 4. So that means this one is 4 and that one is 4. Because we know that this perpendicular bisector splits this chord into two congruent pieces. So if the whole thing is 8, each piece is 4, because 4 plus 4 is 8. All right, well, that also generates this. What type of triangle is this? All right, so which one is the hypotenuse and which one are the legs? Okay, this is your hypotenuse. This is a leg. And this one is a leg. And what's the Pythagorean theorem? All right, and for those of you that need to associate a different, leg squared plus leg squared equals HYP squared. So one of the legs is 4, one of the legs is X, and the hypotenuse is 5. Work? Solve for X. The calculators come into play. You must own a calculator to be successful in this class.
Solve 16.
No, take them off.
9.
9. And what do we do now to solve for X? square root. What is x? X equals 3 and negative 3, but negative 3 doesn't work because length can never be negative. Are we clear? So we throw that answer out and we leave only 3. Is that what they wanted, x? BF? Yeah, BF is x, so that's going to be 3. All right, and that's that theorem. This one, this is an isosceles triangle, right? See this, isosceles? All right, this arc is the intercepted arc of this inscribed angle. How much is angle C? Inscribe, people, inscribe. What do? We divide by 2. All right, so this angle is 58. Now, because this is isosceles, what do you know about your base angles? And how do you figure this out? How many degrees in a triangle? All right, so I do 180 minus 58. Answer, please. And now I'm going to divide it evenly into my 2 green angles. So I'm going to divide by, let's go. There we go. Each of them is 61. But what do they want? They want the measurement of arc BC. Where's BC? It's this one, right? So if the angle is 61, how much is the arc? Yes, no? I'm just waiting for people to finish writing. We're almost done, right? Last row? Oh, there's more pages. There's more pages. All right, well, we'll stop at 11 and 12. In fact, we're going to stop right now. All right, you should have picked up your handout when you first came in. Please just grab the bundle and
This one, even number 7, is that a decimal?
say it again.
Number 7 a decimal?
Yeah.
7?
Yes. Yes. 11 divided by 5.
You the one that said it's important.
That is true.
Wait, I can't see. Why did you do 5? I thought the outside was X. I'm not even.
The outside is X. Oh, okay. Go back to number 7. You caught the mistake. Why did you catch it earlier?
I had went back, I wasn't on the same one. I went back to the other.
All right, number 7. All right, back to number 7. Back to number 7. Wow, you're still talking. Back to number 7. She just caught a mistake that we did and we didn't notice. Are we clear? The tangent is 6, so that was correct. That is 6 squared. But what's the outside? The outside is X. What's the whole? So you need to fix your paper. Your paper is wrong, is what I'm trying to say. So it says 36 equals x squared plus 5x. And to solve this problem, you have to put all terms on the same side. No. Put all terms on the same side. So I'm going to subtract 36 from both sides. Are we clear? So that'll give me x squared plus 5x minus 36 equals 0. And then this is unit 5. After we do unit 5, this will be a fair problem for you to solve. Are we clear? After unit 5, this will be a fair problem that you will be given and you will be required to be able to solve it, okay? No, unit 5 is another day. We're in unit 3 right now. We got to go through 4 and then 5. 5 and 6 are the last units. 5 is big. All right, we're good? Thank you for that. And that was a mistake, and this is not a problem that we can solve right now because we haven't learned quadratics yet, okay? All right, back to the new packet.
Wait, real quick.
Where we going next?
You go back home.
Done? Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's see. Which one do we have? The scavenger? No, the segment length hunt? Which one do you guys have? The segment length?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 pages, right? Front and back? All right, I'll get you started. What do you see in number 1? What do we see?
A chord. Wait,
Two
where you at?
chords. Two
Oh,
how you say it?
2 chords.
Diameters.
2 chords. All right, so you see 2 chords. What's the formula for 2 chords?
2 chords. A times B equals C times D.
All right, A and B must come from the same chord. Are we clear? So pick a chord. There's your A and there's your B. Pick the other chord. There's your C and D. And now you solve it.
that's the formula for chords.
2 chords intersecting inside. We're talking about 2 chords intersecting the length when we're looking for the length, not for the angles. Okay, don't not get those confused. All right, so your equation would be 6x equals 12. And what is x? 2. Ms. Rawat, what do you think they want on this worksheet? Do they want this equation or do they want the one that's already plugged in? They probably want the generic one, right? Yeah. Okay, that's what we're going to put over here, the equation that we used, okay? So we used A times B equals C times D. All right, let me see. 2 is the same. Let's set up 3. Are you ready for 3? Because you do have to do some on your own. All right, for 3, what do you see? 2 chords, right? What's the formula?
Where we on 3?
We're on 3.
A times B equals C times D.
All right, so pick a chord. Which one do you want to pick? A, B, or D, E?
A B. No, A B. Yeah.
A, B? All right, one is 6 and the other one x plus 5. I would put the 6 first simply because I feel better distributing a 6 than distributing an x plus 5. And then the other one is 12 times x. All right, so we distribute the 6 into both terms. Once again, I'm helping you solve this. You have 2 terms with x on opposite sides of the equal sign. Which one moves? The smallest one, right? Yeah, the smallest one moves. 30 equals x equals? All right, wait. X is 5. How much is AB? AB is going to be 5 plus 5 plus 6, right?
Oh, you plugged in that other 5.
Yeah. We got to plug it in to get the value of AB. Does that work?
So far.
Gotta be careful that you're answering the question. You can work on a different one right now and just start knocking them out. Like that second one that I'm not gonna do, you're gonna do. Number 2. Just saying. Because I see you all sitting there waiting.
We can pick any chord. You know,
Yeah, it's fine. As long as you don't remember, so you don't do the same chord twice. That's fine.
You got 16 because you did 5.
plus 6. Yeah. All right, so you're doing 2 and 4, and I'm only going to give you a few moments because then I'm going to move on to 5, 6. And no, we're not sharing the answers. You're turning this in to see whether you were right or wrong. Are we clear? Hurry up, because you only get a few minutes.
I still gotta move this one over because it's
Yeah,
small.
so you'll get 0 on this side.
So
And then
it's
just subtract 48 on both sides, okay? You can show me when you're done to see if you did it correctly. All right, number 5 is 2 secants.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that.
We're about to do it, yeah. Outside times whole equals outside times whole, but now you need to recognize who's outside. So I'm going to start with the 5 is an outside piece,
So it's the 4.
and then its whole is how much? No, 3 is that the whole secant. 8.
Yes, I knew.
Okay.
I was doing 5 plus 3.
All right, and then the other secant, what's the outside?
4.
4 is the outside. And what's the whole? X plus 4, good job. There you go. So outside times whole, so I would say 5 times 8 equals 4 times x plus 4.
40. 4x plus 4.
16. You're gonna multiply that 4 in.
Hmm?
4 times 4 is 16.
I'm tripping.
Terry Ann, don't write on the desk. Okay, well, it looks like you were writing, sweetie. Don't make it look like you're writing then, so I don't have to correct you. What do I get?
24.
All right, it looks like 6 you should be able to do. Can I move it around? You still?
Yeah.
It looks like 6 you should be able to do. Don't do, well, you should be able to do 7. Yeah, because there's no x squared anywhere. 8, there is no x squared anywhere. You should be able to do that. Same thing with 9. All right. Yeah, those are fine. 5, 6, 7, and 8 are okay to solve. Okay? All right, when you look at the top secant, what is the outside piece? 6, right? Now, what is the whole piece?
10.
It's going to be 10 because it's going to be 6 plus 4.
Equals. Could be equal to 5. 5 of the
All right.
parentheses.
Now, for the bottom secant, which is the outside piece?
5 plus x.
5 is,
Outside is 5. The whole is 5.
the whole thing is going to be 5 plus x. All right, so the final answer that you should be getting is 7, okay? All right, let's set up the next one. Number 7. Once again, here we go. You ready? All right, top secant. What is the outside piece? Outside piece is 21. Now for the whole piece, you're going to start at the same place, okay? You're going to start over here. And you're going to go all the way to V. You see how that takes place? This one and this one? You have to add those two pieces. So what is 21 plus 2x plus 8? Combine the 21 and the 8. How much do you...
29 plus 2x.
There you go. So it's be 2x plus 29. The whole piece means you got to add the two pieces of the secant. So the entire secant is those two pieces of the secant. All right, I'm about to do the bottom secant now, which is the outside piece.
Oh, so it's 21. It's 21 times
What?
2x plus 29.
Yeah. All right, the bottom secant, the bottom outside piece is 27, right? How much is the whole thing? Exactly, it's the 27 plus the x. So your setup is going to be 21 equals times 27 plus x. Okay. All right, the next one, setup. Finish that problem later. Let's go, setting up, setting up.
Problem long.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh my God. 21 times 2, 42.
2 plus 609.
Plus 21 times 29. This problem is long. 27 times 27, 729. Plus 27x. What part of that is too difficult for us to do? Distributing a number. Somebody explain it to me. Distributing a number, what part of that is difficult?
It's nothing. It's just a long.
No, nothing of it, right? So now I have two terms that have x, which is the smallest one. 27 is less than 42. So this is the same decision that we make every single time. Guess who moves? The
It's 35.
So you get 35x plus 609.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about angle RT is 35.
I'll do my own problem. 42 minus 27.
42 minus 27 is 50.
15x plus 609 equals 729. All right, what was the problem with subtracting 27 from both sides?
No, I'm.
729 minus 609 is 115 divided by 128.
It is not any longer than any other problem. It is exactly the same steps. So you had to write 2, 3 more numbers.
Oh, John.
I'm going to erase some of this because I need the next problem and I can't see it with this. All right, this one. All right, we see two secants, so what's the equation that we're going to use? All right, you have got to get proficient in identifying the outside and the hole. You do it first and then I discuss it. Just identify outside hole, outside hole. Go. Just identify. I don't need you to solve it right now. Just identify, because you've got to get that right. Otherwise, your equation is going to be wrong. You identified already? Okay, so top secant. What is the outside? The outside is 15. What is the hole? Okay. All right, so 15 is the outside, 3x plus 15 is the hole. All right, the other secant. What piece is the outside? 20 is the outside. How much is the hole? Or x plus 20, yeah, same thing.
Just snort.
All right, that will be a long problem, but it's a problem that you can solve. Next setup. What do we see?
A tangent in the chord.
All right, so we see one tangent and one chord. What's the formula?
Tangent squared equals outside times hole.
There you go. Tan squared equals outside times hole. So now you have to identify which one is the tangent. Which is, it's going to be the 10, right? So this is the tangent. Now for the secant, this is why we got really good at the other one. What's the outside piece? 5. What's the whole piece? 5 plus x or x plus 5, okay? There you go. So this is going to be 10 squared equals 5 times x plus 5. Who's that, 15? It's about identifying which formula you're going to use and then being able to label it correctly. And then after that, it's just algebra. All right, the next one, what are you guys seeing? Tangent and a secant. All right, identify the tangent.
What is it?
On the next problem. That would be number what? Number 10. The one right after 9. Come on. All right, which one is the tangent? 15. Are you done with this one? Can I move to number 10?
15 squared.
Yeah, so this one's going to be your tangent. I'm going to write the formula. Tan squared equals outside times whole. Now for the secant part, which one is the outside? 9. And what is the whole? 4x plus 9. So this will be 15 squared equals 9 times 4x plus 9. And once again, we're not here for an algebra lesson. We're here for the geometry part of it. So you guys can solve that and find your answer, okay? All right, let's look at the next one. You ready?
He's looking right now.
What you need something?
No, I was waiting for somebody to finish writing. All right, the next one, number 11. What do you guys see?
We don't tangent and well, we don't know what the tangent is.
What's the question? Oh, PQ. PQ is the question, so that's your x, yeah. All right, equation is going to be,
X squared.
well, yeah, I'm trying to write the general one. Tan squared equals outside times whole. Yeah, this one is the tangent. Which one is the outside? Okay, and what is the whole? How much is 12 plus 15?
27.
Okay, they already see that there's no variable in those two, so you can actually add them. All right, this is supposed to be an x, but it doesn't look like an x anymore, so let me write it like that. All right, tangent squared equals 12 times 27. All right, everybody knows how to use the square root button?
Wait,
What do you mean wait?
cause
Because why? Take the square root of 324. Let's go.
18.
18. Make sure you're practicing, otherwise on the test you won't know what to do. All right, x is 18, x is PQ, so PQ is 18. All right, number 12. What are you looking for?
Tangent.
We're looking for PQ. Where's PQ?
It's inside.
Right there. Okay, we're going to put an X right there. And what does geometry say? What do we see? What type of segments do we see? Tangent and
Secant.
a secant. It's an extended chord, right? So it's a secant.
So equation would be tangent 2 equals outside.
Ooh, not tangent 2. How do we read that?
Squared.
Tangent square. Okay. What did I say? I want to
It's not gonna be
bathroom frenzy. Quickly, quickly, my hand. It hurts now. It hurts. Oh. Okay, 5 minutes. You take longer than 5, you're not going for 2 weeks.
I have a question.
Uh-huh. You should not be allowed to go for 2 weeks because you took like 5 over the 5 last time. He really did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. In fact, let me put an X next to your name because I forgot to do that.
Not witness.
Let's see. I kind of started that, Miss Rawat. I apologize. Who just went? Destiny. Look at it. What's today's date? What's the time? 2:35. Okay.
She left at 2:34.
Okay. 2:35. All right, all right, all right. The tangent. Which one is the tangent?
36.
All right, 36 is the tangent.
So 36 squared.
36 squared equals, what's the outside?
24. So 24 times
24 times?
x plus 24.
There you go. There you go. You got it. All right, the back. You get to finish the calculations. Are we clear? Otherwise, I won't have a chance to review all of them, and I really do want to move on to the next topic on Monday. 13. All right, everybody, number 13. What do we see?
See, this one we not, chords, 2 chords.
2 chords.
Okay, so PQ on number 12, that's
So that's A times B times,
It's
equals
X,
C
correct?
times B.
There you go.
PQ is X, right? On number 12?
Oh, I don't know the answer because I didn't solve it.
No, I'm saying like that's.
I don't know the final answer
So
because
then on the ask,
She not asking for the answer. She asking was PQ X because we had a 5 PQ. Yes, it's X.
yeah, PQ is X. Okay.
A times B equals C times B.
All right. So remember, what's the main thing you have to remember with this theorem?
Make sure you're not using the same one over again.
Yeah, you got to take, and they have to come from the same chord. So it would be the X and the 4 that you're multiplying. Okay? So it would be 4 times X equals 5 times 8, which is 40. X equals 10. X is what they wanted. All right, so now we're going to work on the setup so that you guys can do the calculations. Keep up, keep up. Okay? We're on number 14 now. What do we see? What do we see? 2 chords. All right, what's the formula when you have 2 chords?
Huh? A times B times C.
So I am seriously asking you guys to repeat it over and over again, because by repeating it over and over again is how you memorize it. Okay, that's how you memorize it, because you're officially saying it aloud, and some of you guys don't say anything. I'm telling you right now that this is to help us memorize them. What do you see? What is the formula? Now let's go ahead and apply. 8 times.
X plus 2.
There you go. And then 9 times
Yeah,
4x. Right? We're just doing the setup. You guys get to do the calculations. Clear?
When you want these calculations?
Yesterday. All right, let you guys have fun with number 15. Oh, so you guys were paying attention. Good. All right. 16, I'm going to let you guys play with that one. Yeah, that'll be linear.
You said 15, we playing with it?
That means you guys get to have all the fun without me.
I don't want to play
I know
with
what
it,
you
though.
mean.
All right, 17, what do you see?
A secant and a tangent.
Secant and a tangent. Does everybody see that?
Oh,
What's the formula?
Tangent tangent squared.
Equals?
O times W.
There we go.
Outside side.
Now, focus, focus, focus. What is the... No, diamond is okay. You're participating because you're trying to get your 100, right?
Oh, I get a 100 participation.
No, not for participating. 100 on your test because you're really engaged. All right. Come on, Diamond. Come on. All right. Which one is the tangent?
15.
All right. So this is your tangent. Which one is the outside on the secant?
9.
And what is the whole?
Huh? 9. X plus 9.
There we go. So this will be 15 squared equals 9 times use X
Miss,
plus.
but then you thought you was gonna trick somebody on 16, huh?
I did?
You not.
Oh. Does that mean that you already did it?
Yep.
I wasn't, actually, I don't pick worksheets to trick. I feel that that one is easy. You should be able to do it.
Everything easy.
Yes, everything is easy. All right, you guys got the rest of this worksheet clear?
No.
Yes, you do.
So if I need help, I'm gonna just go up to you.
You go back up
to the bathroom.
I ain't even finished doing you.
Paris to the bathroom, please.
My whole front side now, if anybody that needs an answer, $1 an answer.
Sydney, why are you selling your answers? And you are on video.
I'm on video.
You're being recorded right
I hope you're
now.
not gonna send this out
Sydney.
to my class, cause I probably sound.
Last name starts with an S. Is selling her answers for $1.
Yeah, that's not a crime. It's not good to make some money if I really try.
T-T-T-T-T-I-C.
Okay, girl, you ain't got to too many T's in there.
All right, let's go.
Excuse me.
Who just went?
What's his name?
Dylan. That's it.
Dylan.
Why does he have an X?
Can I put my
Uh-oh, he wasn't supposed to go.
Can I put my hands back?
I knew
No.
I wasn't the only one.
No, he's fine. It's fine. It's been 14 days. He got lucky. I'll let one day slide.
Even probably like a whole bunch of
No, I do not. I just maybe got 5, 6. So.
You think it?
Okay. Ms. Rawat, let's walk around and make sure that they are calculating and finishing up the worksheet. They should be working on something on the worksheet.
Just
Next week it's
Arc length sector area. All right. Let's look at the next handout.
So what you need it?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Go to the next handout. You go to the next handout. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Stephen, please listen. We're moving on to the next handout.
Man, that's why I had a whole different ball to play dodgeball.
Stephen, we're moving on to the next handout. Okay. Fourth period. Fourth period. Fourth period.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the packet. Over here, stop, India. Uh-huh. I need to continue because I'm the lesson. All right.
You doing this by yourself?
Yes and no. I'm going to get you started because this is where you guys are having trouble. Okay? All right, so you guys took to segment lengths and you're doing okay with that, but it's the circle theorems. Maybe this time around it might be a little bit better. All right, so what you're going to do is on the first block, your number 1. Clear? You guys are going to work this problem. So you can write on these pictures as well, but obviously I wasn't going to, I made them small. So when you work out stuff, work it out in the boxes at the front. You can unstaple it. All right, can you put your book bag on the floor? Clear your desks and make sure that you're not on your technology. I shouldn't have to ask that twice, 3 times. Okay? Shh. Now quietly so that we can get through the lesson so that this video can be useful to you. All right. This is a video, what I'm recording.
You can stake a leg.
All right. Oh my God. Fourth period. Fourth period. What part of we need to continue with the lesson? We're not understanding. So now, the first question. That took like 10 minutes just to get started. All right, this central angle is 38. How much is the arc?
30.
Central angles equals the arc. So central angle equals the arc. You have to remember that. So if the central angle is 38, the arc is 38. Next, this is forming a linear pair. It's not vertical angles. It's not two straight lines.
What's forming a linear pair?
I bolded it. BD and the center with point A is forming a central angle. So the 38 with this dot is forming a linear pair. The linear pair means that it's going to be 180. So 180 minus 38. I get 142. That means this angle is 142. Stop. Right. And what is it that they're looking for? What do they want? Angle, I mean segment AB or arc AB? They want arc AB. We already have it, right? Because 142 is a central angle, and the central angle equals the arc. So this one equals 142. There's nothing to hold up. What are you talking about?
I wasn't ready.
All right, so which one is the next problem?
Now you gotta find 148.
All right, the one under it, okay? All right, with this one. All right, this is the center of the circle. What is it that we're looking for? We should focus on that first. We're looking for
Y,
bro.
Y, I meant W, Y, Z.
W. Okay, Isaiah. We're looking for arc W, Y, Z. So here is W, here's Y, and here is Z. We have to cross Y first before we cross Z, right? So it's got to be this one like this. So we need that big arc, that big major arc, because it's bigger than 180. So we know parts of it already. We know WX, arc WX. How much is this one? 51. These are vertical angles. So
That's 51 as well.
51, and this is 51. And then the other thing that I believe is what Isaiah was talking about is this diameter and this ray. These two angles are a linear pair.
So 180 minus 51.
Yeah.
180 minus 51. 129.
All right, so that makes this one 129. So in order to get your red arc, all you have to do is add the 51, the 129, and the 51. And I really appreciate it if you were doing your own calculations right now, not waiting for anybody to seal out the answer.
231.
Use a calculator.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Diamond. I was talking to a student.
Yeah, she was throwing shade so that he could do whatever.
Well, she's still recording.
It's to the, it's down. It's down.
This one?
That's 231.
Oh my goodness.
What do you mean? Arc WYZ is 231? Is that it?
Yes.
Wait, what?
These are in order.
You added 129 plus 51 plus 51 is 231.
So 129 plus 51 times 2.
No.
So
129 plus 51 is 231.
That's basically what I did.
No, you
Steven, it's no, like
come on.
It's Friday.
That makes it okay?
Same arc. Nope, that's not it. Never mind.
PQ. Going that way. First you need to find what X is. Then you need to simplify it. Simply put X in 3 times X plus 5. You do it X.
Where's PQ at? Come on, get your
So
stylus.
first you need to add.
Okay, Diamond, that's not how you talk to me. So please don't repeat that. Are we clear? Because you're trying to do that the entire class period.
No, we're not.
Next,
Okay.
we're looking for this arc right here.
You just need to add all of them up to 360, and then some simplify.
All right, everybody heard that? Anybody have a question?
Yep, everybody in their mom.
Number 3, here you go. 3x plus 5. Let me teach the class earlier. Can I do that?
Sydney, no, just solve your problem, okay?
3x.
Did everybody understand how to solve this one?
Not really.
It's gonna be a long problem.
What's your question?
I was asking you if you could just hold my hand.
No.
I'm confused. Ask me.
Oh, you mean not literally? I was like, I'm not gonna hold your hand. What did she say to do? She said that this is a full circle, right?
That's 360.
360, so that means all of these arcs add up to 360. I'm holding your hand. That means add them up and set it equal to 360. Combine like terms and set it equal to 360.
Alright, so you go ahead and do that real quick.
Isaiah.
You're gonna have
Can't you just do 9x plus 7 plus 3x plus 5 equal 180? I'm just making it shorter.
6x.
I mean, you could.
You could. Excuse me?
It's always that man that's always getting caught.
Excuse me?
But you said the F word with your ass.
I did.
I heard that.
25x.
I'm sorry. I did not know I said that.
Nasty girl.
Excuse my language, girl.
Yeah, you're nasty girl.
It's hurtful.
That's so much you don't even know what you do.
Can we stay focused on the problem?
25x.
You got it already?
Yeah, I got it. 25x. Wait.
You heard what I said, right? You could. You're solving it. Yeah. I'm looking for that work. That work better be done nice and neat.
25x plus 2. Plus 10. Oh, I got 25x minus 7 plus 2. And 362 minus 7. 355.
Diamond's right, it is 10.
Uh-huh.
Plus 10.
7 plus 5 minus 6.
Yeah, that's plus 10.
And the numbers and set it equal to 360.
Is this right?
I done got a desk right there and stuff. Can I go get some water, please?
No.
I'm so thirsty.
Okay.
She's parked.
Anybody got any water?
Now you're just making it loud.
14.
That looks good.
I gotta get 14. Maybe I did something.
That's not even right.
Oh, junk. I don't forgot the 5.
All right, guys. The value of 14 is X. You're looking for PQ.
Oh.
Okay? So you got to evaluate PQ.
Oh yeah, I gotta put it back in there. So 3 times 14 plus 5.
Yeah.
How would y'all get it?
Because 5 plus 7 minus 2.
So what'd you say, Bree?
So 5 plus 7 equals 12. Minus 2 equals 10.
Did you get an X value?
Oh, so we're just plugging them all in? Or are we supposed to do that?
What do you mean? You have X equals 14 now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for PQ. Evaluate PQ. Plug it, oops, plug it in there.
Oh, I got you.
Plug it in
So
there.
it's just 3x.
Yes.
47.
Okay, good.
Good job, Diamond.
Shh, 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 do your work.
This next one?
14.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, you got to finish it anyway, so make sure you're showing your work. Don't be skimping on the work, because you don't skip on the work, I don't give you any credit for the problem. You got to show all your steps, people. Hmm?
taking this up?
47, yes.
Monday.
Well, number one.
It's gonna have to be. At the rate that we're wasting time, yes. Uh-huh.
So for that one, I'm on this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I did that, I had ended up getting 54.
Such a big.
Because that x plus x and then divide by 2.
How much is this angle?
Oh,
Oh, you talking about
Right? And then you can do this one, this one plus that one equals that angle. The red dot. Linear pair. Okay. All right, are there any more questions on this one, or were you successful at getting x equals 14 and PQ equals? PQ equals
47.
47. If you're not getting these numbers, you need to seek help from me or from Ms. Rawat. Once again, don't sit there and just copy. You have to learn how to solve. Move on to the next problem then.
Will you still use with the next one? Would you use?
Oh, I got this one. It's 2 secants.
This is angles. This is not segments.
Oh, the triple.
All right, Naomi, did you get the 14 and the 47? Say the truth. If you need help, come and show me your paper. Come on. Show me the paper. Yeah, come on, come on.
126, right? So what do I do now to solve?
Inside angles. Add the arcs and divide by 2 to get the angle. So 84 plus x divided by 2 equals 126. Inside angles. That's fine. And you didn't get it? Oh, okay, you're good. So this is why I wanted to make sure that you did this. You know how to do it now. And Naomi, did you get it already? Come on, I need you to work it, work it. Tracy, finish the worksheets. Don't stop.
Do the single leg.
Stop, Steven.
Or some guidance with this one.
Inscribed angle. Look it up. Look up in the theorems, inscribed angle. Okay. All right, did anybody not get the 14 and the 47? Move on to the next problem.
Miss Medina!
Yes, my student.
I just did the last one on my own.
Good job.
Can I get some water, please? I'm really parched.
No.
Don't say my word.
Okay.
Oh, it's still in my phrase. Every time I'm thirsty, oh, Miss Riley, can I
Diddy,
go
you can
this
stand
water?
to
I'm
the
parched.
steps
Y'all be lying. God is my witness.
It doesn't.
Circle to find the answer, otherwise it would be struggle for me to find the answer. So always make a circle for a final answer.
Say answer, I need your answer. This is how you say visit. Visit.
If no,
Yeah, that's you got to.
All right, I'm gonna need you guys to focus and make sure that you're solving a problem. Not just talking and making noise. Steven, Destiny,
Yes, ma'am.
please make sure that you are working and not causing classroom disruptions. I'm trying to help one student, so I'm gonna need you guys to work on your own and solve problems. And I asked you 3 times
Put the phone away.
It's
Hey,
a
keep it
way.
away. Hey,
It's a way.
this Miss Wawa. This was Miss Wawa next time. Don't you miss it?
Steven, find a seat.
I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. It's Friday. I got praise the Lord.
Naomi, slide closer. Okay, so you got it, the 47? All right. All right, I can't hear the announcements. Yes. So the first thing you realize is that this angle, stop over here. Shh.
17 practice will be on October 16th, which is Monday.
It's an inscribed angle, right?
The National Honor Society induction ceremony will be October the 24th at 6 p.m. in time. Please speak to me if you have any questions about the information.
Okay.
The National Honor Society duck feed of fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Please donate funds to the
I'm sure it's not.
When I had soft.
Good afternoon, Dashon High School. It's Beyond the Color this morning.
Okay.
Campus cleanup will take
I
place
can't hear the announcements.
for questions and concerns to Ms. Ebony Usher in room 706. Attention all first and second semester ROTC cadets. We will be having our annual military ball on December 9, 2017.
All right, so we're looking for angle DEF.
Now for
And they gave you this arc. What do you notice about this arc? It is the intercepted arc of this inscribed angle.
attention Dashon.
So what do we do to the arc?
We will be hosting a car wash at Truett's on Jonesboro.
What does that
on
give
Saturday,
us?
October 21st. If you would like to purchase 3 tickets, there's $5 per car.
72.
Spooky, scary. Do you need volunteer hours? Dr. News about volunteer hours.
Keep it quiet during the announcements. All right, so you're following how we're getting the angles.
Good afternoon, Dashon. This was the latest Dr. Board announcement. Wrestling announcement. Tryouts start October 16th from 3:30 to 5:30. See Coach Devo for details.
Oh my God, I got it.
We have the exciting opportunity to go to the University of Georgia on Thursday, October 26th. The cost of the trip is $40, which includes lunch.
This plus
We
this
have
equals
another
180.
exciting opportunity to go to Kennesaw State University on Wednesday, November
This plus
8th,
this equals 90 because this is 90.
$4 as well.
90 plus that one plus this equals
The
180.
scholarship workshop will take place Friday.
Okay? If you're not going to include the 90, then it's just going to equal 90.
Sign up in the council office.
All right, with this one, we want the measurement of this arc.
For international festivals, please meet Ms. Rice in.
All right, please make sure that you're following on this discussion here. This arc has this inscribed angle. Do we agree?
Let's change this.
What?
Students who ride 66.
It also has this inscribed angle.
Students who ride 96.
Do we agree?
About 88.
Well, guess what? Since they have the same arc, those angles are going to be the same value.
86-7.
Oh, that's far.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Because it's going to be that arc divided by 2.
Students who ride
Yes or no?
94-2.
But we don't know the arc, but we know the angles, and we know that these angles are going to be congruent.
0830 Flippin Wood, 1350 Hudson Bridge. Again, 94-2. 41-6.
So the inscribed angles are congruent.
So we need 131.
1350
I
Hudson
mean
Bridge.
3x plus
Students
1
ride 66-9,
equals
now ride 2-8.
5x plus 5x minus 37.
Why you can't just combine the lifetime? 94-2.
No, they're equal. They're equal. So we don't just combine the like terms, they're equal.
Have a great weekend, Dashon.
Okay? So then once again, it's about recognizing the geometry. You have to get the circle theorems. Please make sure that you're reviewing them and that you're going through all the problems that we did in class to get your practice on, and then these problems as well. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to meet this standard if you're not able to answer these problems. All right, another situation here. When I'm having lesson, you have got to stay focused. The only person that you're hurting is yourself. This is a semester course.
Hi, we have one.
I'm moving on to a new topic on Monday.
Your pink shirt.
I should have moved on halfway through this week, but I didn't. So I gave you one more day of circles. Are we clear? With an additional assignment to help you practice. Are we clear on this? Well, don't take me yet. You got to do the work and you got to do the practice to make sure that you learn how to do this. Yeah, you finished it? Thank you for my answer, Key. Are we clear? How do we wait for the bell?
Sitting down.
Sitting down and quietly. And another thing, the technology. Make sure the technology is not an issue. You already know my classroom rules. Not during class time. We're calculating. Get yourself a calculator.